Our objective for today is I can add 3-digit numbers with regrouping using the algorithm. So today we get to stick to just one strategy, and we are just going to use the algorithm. We're going to start by watching me solve a problem just as review. Then we're going to solve 3 problems together, and then you're going to do one on your own and check your answer with me. Let's get started. For this first one, you can just watch me. So we are going to solve 8 plus 324. So we need to set up our problem. We need to line it up vertically, match up our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. When we are solving with the algorithm, just like all the other strategies, we always need to start in the ones place value, which is all the way over on the right side. So we're going to start by adding 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 equals 12. So remember, I'm going to put my 2 down below in my ones place, but then my 12, my 10, needs to go in the tens place. So I regroup that up on top. Now let's add together our tens. I have 1 plus 0 plus 2. 1 10 plus 2 10 equals 3 tens. So I'm going to put the 3 right next to my 2. Now let's move on to my hundreds. I have 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3 is just 3. So 8 plus 324 equals 332. All right, go ahead and grab your paper and your pencil. We are going to do these next 3 together.
Okay, this is going to be the first one that you are going to do with me. So let's first set up our problem. Remember, we need to write it vertically, going up and down. So we're going to start with the number 126, 126, and I'm going to add to that 81. Now, will my 8 go underneath my 1 in the hundreds, underneath my 2 in the tens, or underneath my 6 in the ones? My 8 will go underneath the 2 because the 8 is in the tens place, just like the 2. And then I'll put my 1 underneath the 6 because it is in the ones place. Let's start in our ones. We're going to add 6 plus 1. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So that stays in our ones place and goes right underneath. Next, let's go to our tens place and let's add 2 plus 8. What is 2 plus 8? It equals 10. All right, so I can keep my 0 in my tens place. So go ahead and write your 0 in your tens place. But then what do we need to do with that 1? We need to regroup, so we need to put it in our hundreds place. So now put your 1 on top of the 1 that we already had from our first addend. Sometimes I like to circle it so that I can make sure that I don't forget it. Because now we're going to add our hundreds. So we have our 1 from the regroup and our 1 that was already there. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. So our answer is 207. Now we're going to solve 55 plus 876. So let's line it up. I have 55 and then 876. Where's my 8 going to go? Is it going to go under this 5? No, that's in the ones and my 8's in the hundreds. Oh, so does that mean it goes underneath this 5? No, because that 5 is only in the tens. I need to go out one more place value to have it be in the hundreds. 876. Let's add our plus sign and our equal sign. Our equal sign when we're writing our problems vertically is just that straight line. Now we have our problem set up, and let's go ahead and solve it. We're going to solve first the ones. 5 plus 6. Go ahead and write your answer down. Okay, you should have put a 1 in your ones and then regrouped the 10 into the tens. Now we're going to solve 1 plus 5 plus 7. Go ahead and write your answer. You should have gotten 13, so we have our 3 in our tens, and then we're going to regroup our 100 over into the hundreds. Now we're going to add our hundreds. So we have 100 plus 800, 1 plus 8. Go ahead and write your answer. It should be 9. So 55 plus 876 equals 931. Okay, let's solve one more. This one we are going to solve together. It is 182 plus 538. On your paper, go ahead and set up your problem. While you're setting up your problem, I'll set up mine, and then we'll compare to make sure they look the same. Okay, all our ones, our tens, and our hundreds are lined up. First step is to add the ones. Go ahead and do it. Eight plus 2 equals 10. So you should have your 0 and your ones, and then regroup your tens. Now let's add together our tens. Go ahead and do it on your own first. So you're adding 1 plus 8 plus 3. In my head, I think of that as 9 plus 3. 9 plus 3 is 12. So hopefully you wrote your 2 in the tens and you regrouped your 100. Now go ahead and add your hundreds. You're adding your 1 plus 1 plus 5. That should be 7. So your answer for 182 plus 538 equals 720.
All right, now it is your turn to solve 59 plus 426 all on your own. So go ahead and set up your problem, pause the video, go through all of the steps, and then come back and check your answer. Did you get an answer of 485? If you didn't, check mine versus yours and see where you made the mistake and try and solve it again. If you got 485, give yourself a pat on the back. Excellent job. Let's do one more where you are going to check your work with me. So now you're going to solve 333 plus 288. So go ahead and set up your problem, and again, pause the video and come back and check your work. Did you get an answer of 621? Check through. Awesome job. Good work today. Now for independent practice, you have a worksheet to turn into Edgenuity. There are 6 problems on this worksheet. Notice the directions. It says solve the problems using the algorithm. Don't forget to rewrite the problem vertically. So all of these problems are written horizontally, but when we solve using the algorithm, make sure you reline them up so that they're going up and down, and make sure you line up your problems so that the ones are on top of the ones and the tens are on top of the tens and the hundreds are on top of the hundreds. Great work today. Keep it up.